I can realize certain things in my work, I come the closest to being happy, and I can say that also about my life. Well, it only happens, I think, in moments, sometimes when I'm working, and I'll be able to fulfill a scene truthfully, and then I think I'm the happiest. Well, I find it very stimulating to keep studying and working, but I'm not just generally happy. If I'm generally anything, I guess I'm generally miserable.
And he said he considered it to be a great compliment that it was such an iconic line and that people felt comfortable enough to come up to him and say it.
Sure. I mean, if any of those things are giving people joy and makes people happy, you know, a lot of milk was a bad choice is one of my favorite lines from the first one.
They have new phone systems now that can ring directly to a salesman, or someone presses star and they go to accounting, basically 95% of my job. But I'd like to see a machine that puts out candy for everyone. Vending machine.
Doesn't matter that Harry's gone.
Stand down, Neville.
People die every day. Friends. Family. Yeah. We lost Harry tonight. He's still with us. In here. So's Fred. Remus. Tonks. All of them. They didn't die in vain. But you will. Because you're wrong. Harry's heart did beat for us. For all of us. It's not over.
I can't do this, Sam. I know. It's all wrong. By rights, we shouldn't even be here. But we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. Folk in those stories had lots of chances of turning back, only they didn't. They kept going. Because they were holding on to something. What are we holding on to, Sam? There's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo. And it's worth fighting for.
I can't let you stay because of me.
Actually, this isn't about you. Although I'm fond, don't get me wrong, of you.
The other night, you know, being captured and all, facing off with Faith, things just kind of got clear. I mean, you've been fighting evil here for 3 years, and I've helped some, and now we're supposed to decide what we want to do with our lives. And I just realized that's what I want to do. Fight evil, help people. I mean, I think it's worth doing. And I don't think you do it because you have to. It's a good fight, Buffy, and I want in.
I think we could do it if we tried. If only to say you're mine. Sophia, know that you and I shouldn't feel like a crime. I think we could do it if we tried. If only to say you're mine. Sophia, know that you and I shouldn't feel like a
think when you see like a dog that's had a limp for a bit be released into the park again, that's what it feels like for us. We're just like, oh, we're back. And it's with a bit more gratitude than ever. I think anyone is in any kind of entertainment feels more gratitude for the interaction with people because we never had it taken away before.
Two big sons, yes. One of 28 and one of 18.
Did they go into the film business?
Well, yes. My eldest son is in production and working very hard and hoping one day to be a producer or a director. And my youngest son is in art school.
Did you give up films because of the family?
Yes, I did. I mean, I sort of stopped wanting to travel around because it did mean leaving my sons. And so I stayed home to enjoy them, you know. I would have hated to make movies all around the world and never to have known my sons. And now they're off on their own, and so now I have time to go around the world for other children.
Yes, it is interesting, isn't it,
Yes.
that you gave up films for children, and here you are back working harder than ever for children.
Yes.
I got picked apart in a way that I've never been before. I felt like people were almost angry at me. And I don't control what people feel about me and what people say about me, but I just felt like there was so much more to compare because they didn't understand it and they didn't understand me. And I feel like I get compared to other women so much more now than I did even before. In the beginning, it was definitely a lot harder. I, would let it make me feel really insecure. I would really let it get to me. If that's being thrown in your face every 2 seconds of the day, it's almost unavoidable at times. You know what I mean?
What do you do in those moments?
I mean, it's hit me differently so many different times. It's made me angry. It's made me cry. It's made me question myself. It's made me feel fragile, to be honest. I always felt like I was a really, strong girl. And I think that was another thing, too, that was so confusing is people really wanted to paint this picture of me like I was, this mean girl who's a bully who, hates every other woman and, I don't support other women, which is funny because I think anyone who knows me personally knows
You're the complete opposite.
That's so not me at all.
I started writing and then we started working on the album sort of in Seth's off hours. And by the end of the summer, we had an album. 2014, fast forward a year, the album's been out. It's interesting. It's like on one hand, I held that I really knew that I loved it and I loved music and it's what I wanted to do. And I was absolutely too terrified to say that out loud. And it took me 2 years of already having an album out to be brave enough to be like, no, I do want to do this because I come from a YouTube background and you can sort of be quick to be dismissed, I think.
Yeah.
And I did see that a little bit. My fans were very loving and very supportive, but
yeah,
for sure, just being afraid of what if I'm being foolish or what if I have tricked myself into thinking this is a good idea.